Hi guys, it's Prime Builder here, and in this video we're going to be looking at the Dungeons and Dragons minifigure series. So let's get right into it. So with the Dungeons and Dragons minifigure series, coming with a total of 12 minifigures that are really fun, easy to build, and I suppose they're compatible with almost every set, build, or mock you have. So I'm going to move on to the first thing you will see when you get a minifigure. So the first thing you'll see is this sheet, which has all the minifigures on it and basically everything you need. So on this sheet we have all 12 minifigures. Now as you can see, there's little boxes so that you can tick them off as you go, and it's actually really cool because the good guys have blue boxes, and then the bad guys have red boxes. So there's 5 bad guys, as you can see there, and 7 good guys. So then if you flick it over to the other side, you have some of the instructions for some of the harder guys to build, because a lot of them have staffs and they're made of loads of little pieces and all. And obviously you have the warning signs, just for if you're shooting the fireballs and stuff and all. And then you can scan this little QR code for a chance to win something on the Lego website. So let's get right into the minifigures. So for our first minifigure, we have the Barbarian. She comes with 2 heads. Now obviously one is female and one is male. But I love the accessories on this Barbarian. We have the lovely axe, and then, of course, you have the torch, and that's very nice detail there. But then moving on to the actual minifigure. So first, you have the tied up hair. I think that's how barbarians are supposed to be. I don't really know. But anyway, with the torso, we have lovely printing there. It goes all around to the back where there's a little horn and all. She's a nice little necklace and all. I love the fur on the jacket, or the coat, you could say. But then moving on to the legs, she has mini legs, and I love about these is they can move, unlike other mini legs. I suppose plain. Now, of course, these don't come with any printing on the legs, which is pretty annoying for me, but I would still rate this minifigure 7.5 out of 10. So then we have the Sorcerer. Now, this is probably one of the greater minifigures in this series, because, well, I suppose the detail in this guy is really cool. He comes with nice little necklaces again. I love the staff, and the knife really suits it. Like, now I know, like, I don't really play Dungeons and Dragons. You know, I'm not the biggest fan of it, but I absolutely love these minifigures. That's why I had to get the full series. Anyway, this one has once again tied up hair. He comes with he comes with 2 heads. One is obviously female and one is male. So you have the female head there. One's angry and one's happy, and I think that's the exact same with this minifigure, except for I think he's angrier and then he's just kind of meh on the other side. But I love his shoulder pads. He also has printed pants. Let me just take the staff off. As you can see there, lovely dual printed pants, and he has a few little details there, like bags and pockets and stuff. But obviously you have back printing there, a few potions and stuff. Really cool detail on that minifigure. So I would rate this guy, I would say, an 8 or an 8.5 out of 10. Then for the third minifigure, we have this kind of nice kind of demon dragon girl. So she comes with a nice pet dragon and lovely tail. I love the horns on the hairpiece, and of course she comes with this kind of, I suppose that's kind of fire or magic. I'm not really sure, but she also comes with a second head, and that is this one. So one is the female and one is the male. Now they do advise it's supposed to be a bit of a female one, but you can always change it around. So obviously you have grumpy and then happy, on most of the minifigures. So really she's plain enough. Like she has loads of cool details there, as you can see, and on the back, very nice. The tail really suits the figure. Now, the dragon. This is probably gonna like add almost half the points onto this minifigure because like this guy, he's absolutely class. Like can't beat that. Like, so I would probably rate this dragon girl about 8 out of 10. But really, this little guy is giving an extra like 2 points. So with my fourth minifigure, we are now 1/3 through the series. I absolutely love this guy. He is definitely top 5 for me because I suppose he is probably the best minifigure for building like an army of knights or something, because you can always remove the head and then you've got a perfect knight. Like, so he comes with this really cool kind of staff, kind of spiky bit on the top. I love the diamond kind of thing. I love the shield. It has the dragon print on it. Thought it was a horse there for a second, but it's actually a dragon. Now the armor is absolutely crazy. Like, I just absolutely love it. It comes with nice horns, really cool. And then if you take off the chest plate, you have this really cool kind of robe, and he has a little gem there on his necklace. Really cool. It's probably one of the best knights I've seen so far. Lego has made. Like, there's just so much detail in this knight that I would. Like for a knight, I would probably rate this like a definite 9 out of 10. Like, but out of this minifigure series, I'm gonna give this guy a solid 8.5 out of 10. Then we have this kind of nature kind of wizard guy. So I absolutely love this guy because now it appears to be a bit of an occurrence because they all have kind of staffs, but I love his. Now it is kind of plain, like it only has a few leaves and flowers. This comes with a really unique bird, kind of a robin kind of. So you can see his little head there, and it has a nice little printing on it. But okay, so this guy, he's definitely up there because I suppose his cape. I'll start off with the cape. It's green on the outside, but then it's actually brown on the inside, which is a really cool kind of nature effect. And then the hood is the best part about this minifigure, like 100% best part, because I love the kind of antlers. I suppose you could call them reindeer horns, or just kind of, yeah. But the hood is green, matching with the cape, and it really suits the minifigure. To be honest, the whole color scheme is really cool. And as you can see, he's loads of little backpacks there, and a cool chain. Then on the back printing, I suppose I'm going to take off all of his stuff now, but he has a nice little rope there, a belt with a few pockets and stuff. That's really cool. Now this guy also comes with a another head, which is the female version. So as you can see, you have a kind of grumpy face and then the happy face. So really, I would rate this minifigure a solid 8.8. I'd say it's almost touching 9, like, and then we have this kind of eagle bird guy, and now this guy he's really cool, I have to say, the whole kind of theme of him. Now I can't really get the kind of color scheme, because like, I just feel the t-shirt doesn't really suit him, you know. And I'll get to that in a minute now. But anyway, this guy, I love his head. As you can see, it's an eagle head. Um, just really cool, and I can really imagine him in like a tuxedo or something like. But then the wings, you literally cannot miss the wings. Like they're massive, and the detail on them is so cool because you've got like this really smooth part in here, and then you've got the feathers, so it really gives the fluffy effect kind of. But and then I find they almost add these legs in like almost every minifigure series, like kind of the wobbly legs kind of. But I have to say they definitely needed these legs. I just couldn't really see them with I suppose flat legs. But then moving on to the actual t-shirt. I really don't like this t-shirt. But it's kind of representing the nature kind of wizard again. But he has like his green little scarf and a few belts and stuff like that. He actually has kind of pads on his thighs like that, and I don't think actually it's basically the exact same on the back. He's got his little belt there, and there's no back printing on the legs. Now I can kind of understand that, like they're supposed to be plain, but then moving on to his accessories. So he comes with this bow and arrow, which is kind of cool because if you had a bird in the sky, like he'd be shooting down everyone. But it really suits it, and they really gave that unique kind of bow, like. But then you have the doggo, like Now, look, I have to say the dog is cool, but like, where's the dog coming from? Like, now I know I don't know Dungeons and Dragons, so like you guys are probably like, oh my god, But to be honest, I would prefer if he came with like a pet bird or something, But really, that's it for this minifigure. I would give it a 7.5, but I'm gonna give it that extra 0.5 because the wings and the head is just kind of so good. So I'm gonna give it an 8 out of 10. Moving on to our next minifigure, we have the mind reader, or whatever you want to call him. I'm just gonna call him that. So this guy, I absolutely love this guy. He's definitely almost touching 9 out of 10. But so first you have his little squid kind of like face, head. I mean, so he has a few tentacles there, really cool. The eyes are really popping out, as you can see. There's like a kind of glow in them, I suppose. But you have this kind of squid-like back, pointy. But then he comes with this nice little dress, kind of robe kind of a thing, and it drags out along the back. So of course he has purple hands to match with the squid, but he's got nice little shoulder pads on the sides. But I was expecting this guy to come with a bit of a book or something, but I'm going to move on here to his little accessory, which is the brain kind of dog, which is, for me, it's really cool because, just to have something like this in Lego, like, I wanted to buy like 100 of these guys and just have them all around the place, like, Now, this guy doesn't actually come with any eyes. He comes with a cool little tail, as you can see. But really, this guy, I'm going to have to give him about a 9 because, this guy, he's definitely like 3 points, And then this guy, he's a solid 6 because I absolutely love his head. Then we have this kind of vampire guy. Now, this guy is really cool because he's kind of a bit of a knight, a general, and a vampire. But he comes with nice long hair, suits the vampire. The cape, it's kind of plain. I was kind of expecting a bit of a red inside because that would be cool, but it's all the same kind of navy colour. But then we have, of course, the vampire face. You literally, like, it's basic, like, you know. But I love to see it though, you know. So then if you actually take away all that, you can really just kind of see a knight or like a general kind of a thing. So of course you have this sword. It's a kind of a plain sword, to be fair. But then if you actually take off the head, he has this kind of like bear kind of cloth here, I suppose. He actually has a back cape, even though it's already on. Like, they already have this. But he's got the dual printed legs, dark brown, light brown. He's got nice little knee pads or thigh pads, I suppose. That sounds really weird. But he's got a nice little jacket on here. I suppose, all in all, he's pretty good, like, you know. Others might like him, others might not. But he comes with another little accessory, which is the rat or mouse, whatever you want to call him. So he comes with like nice little red eyes, really cool. It's like he's possessed. But now I can really just say, matching a vampire, it's kind of more bats and stuff, you know. But now me, I'm kind of sick of bats, so I kind of like this mouse guy. But rating this guy, I would probably give this guy 8.5 out of 10. You know, like, all the minifigures in this series are actually decent. Like, there's none of them, like, they're all around 8 out of 10, like, you know. Moving on to this guy. Now, I'm not gonna like name this guy because I have no clue what this guy is. Like, he is cool, but to be honest, he's kind of all over the place, to be honest. Like, you know, he's kind of an elf, and then like I don't know. But anyway, he comes with a sword, which is kind of weird. You know, it's kind of matching a bit of a pirate sword and kind of like a knight at the same time. So it's got his little buckle there. But anyway, he comes with a nice little guitar or banjo, whatever you want to call it. It has like nice little kind of swirls and kind of nice design there. Kind of an elf kind of a theme. But anyway, he comes with a weird enough kind of scarf hood. I can't really tell what it is because it looks like a hood on the back, but then it has this little thing pointing out here, and it looks like a scarf at the front. But then he's got the exact same color as his gloves. Now that is kind of matchy. It's really cool. Going with the flow. His hair, he looks like a bit of an oldie with this hair, but I suppose some people just have white hair. He probably dyed it or something. But I love the pointy ears representing a kind of an elf. But then if you take all that off and you're left with just kind of a look, I don't even know what this is. So it's kind of split into two now. Like, you've got this kind of baggy kind of pants with like loads of patches and stuff, but then you've got this really fancy kind of top. So to be honest, I would not recommend this guy. He's only alright. Like, I'm rating this guy like, he's about a 7. I know it's very low, and some people are gonna absolutely love this guy, but I don't really see the point of this guy, like, you know. Now, this guy actually does come with a extra head, and obviously it's the girl version, but she comes with nice kind of lipstick, and then I suppose she's kind of like yawning in that one. I don't really know, but because once again, like, this guy is like the most messed up figure in this series. Now, obviously, he's not that messed up, but I can safely say that this is the worst minifigure in this series. Rating this guy 7 out of 10. So moving on to the next minifigure, we have this kind of it's Queen of Pain. That's her name. I finally found out one of their names. But anyway, to me, she's a bit of a kind of an underwater kind of sea monster. But anyway, she comes with this nice little kind of transparent kind of template, I suppose. I don't know if she's trying to conquer the mountains or conquer the sea or something with this. I don't really know. Now, for me, that's not enough for, I suppose, accessories. But I kind of think the mask or the head kind of makes up for it. So, as I was saying, it is a mask, it's not a head. It's just a black head in the inside. But you can kind of see with the head, it kind of goes down into scales in a nice little dress, like here. If I flick up this like mad cape, like I just can't, like it's so awkward. But anyway, it drags out into a nice little kind of scaly kind of dress almost. So then you can kind of see that she is all kind of a bit of a sea creature, because her kind of neck is kind of built like a sea creature's neck. Now, obviously, it kind of drags out here, kind of like that. But moving on then to the cape. Now, this is absolutely mad cape. It's like almost one of the biggest capes I've seen so far. But really, to me, it looks really, really delicate. Like, if I just tug at this, like, it's gonna rip off, It's definitely not a minifigure I would get like a duplicate of. Now, this minifigure, I'm gonna have to rate this minifigure a 7.5 out of 10, because she's only alright, She's, compared to the other minifigures, she's just not the best. Like, moving on to our second last minifigure of the series is this kind of skeleton, kind of dead, kind of wizard. Now, this guy is really cool. Like, he's definitely up there in the top three, I'd say. So he is, I'd say, kind of a fire lord. Kind of, you're gonna just be commenting, "Oh my god, this guy has no clue about Dungeons and Dragons." Well, I can't keep up with it at all. But anyway, he comes with this nice little accessory, which is a red kind of skull, and you guys probably can't see the skull there, but yeah, it's kind of a black kind of skullish face on it. So, speaking of skulls, this guy has a really cool kind of dead face on him. But anyway, you can see the skeleton in the middle, because his robe doesn't cover up his kind of chest. But he also comes with a kind of fireball accessory. Now, you can actually shoot these. That was a very, very bad shot. But he comes with this really cool cape, which is it's entirely red. Well, I suppose that's kind of maroonish. But he comes with a nice little kind of back cape, kind of hood, I suppose. And that is really cool. I have to say, it matches the whole theme of him. But if I just take off this cape here, so now you can actually see the full kind of dress or gown, I suppose. But anyway, it drags out here like most of them. It has these really cool kind of ripples as the dress, making the really cool kind of cloak effect. But then you have, obviously, the hands are the exact same colour as the skeleton. But really, this minifigure, I would be rating a solid 9 out of 10. It's probably the only ones that have hit 9 so far, but it's just kind of, it's that good, like, So then with our last minifigure, we have this kind of witch kind of girl. She comes with a few accessories. I kind of like that. She comes with this kind of cauldron kind of thing. So for, obviously, you have the kind of cauldron, and then you've got this kind of really cool purple fire. And that slots in there perfectly, like that. But then she has this kind of book. So obviously she has all of her spells and all in there. And you've got this really kind of weird smiley face in there. But moving on to the actual figure, I have to say the hairpiece, or the hat, I suppose, is absolutely class. The hair is blowing in the wind. It's so cool. Then you have the locks, I suppose, here. And obviously the hat is connected to the hair piece like that. So you have the head, which is kind of basic. I can't really see any like warts or anything on her face. I think her name's like Kira or something. I think, yeah, Kira. I think so. Um, but anyway, she comes in this nice kind of dress or cloak. No, yeah, I suppose it's a bit of a cloak. Now, I have to say they're kind of sticking with the wizard effect on this one. You know, you have the dual printed legs. The cloak kind of stops here, a bit like a knight. Um, but then you got kind of loads of belts and stuff, really keeping to the knight effect. Um, Now, I suppose she's a bit of a bandit, kind of like all these minifigures. Like you could just make anything out of all these. Like they you could make them much cooler than what they are. Like, but anyway, her arms got a bit of printing there, a few more straps like that. Now they are sticking with the black. It is kind of all black and grey, her color scheme. Now, rating this minifigure, I would give this minifigure an 8, maybe 7.5. But anyway, that is the last minifigure in this minifigure series. So there is actually one more thing I want to go through is on each minifigure there is actually a base plate. It's a 3x4, but it comes in every single with every single minifigure, and it has a nice little stone kind of slab pattern. So that's a really cool detail that Lego put in there. So we've come to the final result of this minifigure series, which is really, this minifigure series is amazing. There's nothing I can say that is really bad. There's now obviously there's some things that are really good and really good quality, but this is definitely a minifigure series to get. But make sure to like and subscribe. Put your comments down below. Hit that notification bell for more videos. Prime Builder out.